Good afternoon, you are right in time for Younib TV News at 1, your daily afternoon dose of news making the headlines. Now lined up, President William Ruto arrived in New York for the 80th session of the United Nations General Assembly. This is a development that we are following up on closely, and stay tuned for more details after the highlights.
Watu ya upinzani hawana ajenda ya Wakenya. Ajenda yao kubwa sana katika taifa la Kenya ni uchochezi, mlima, mteremko, pakafu.
We are being taken to SHA. Our big question is, what is the package in SHA?
Yes.
What is the package of dental?
Yes.
What is the package of optics?
Yes.
What is the package of outpatient?
Yes.
What is the package of inpatient?
Yes.
Overseas evacuation?
Yes.
What is the fate of teachers?
Patikana pale Kadrek akachukuliwa na soja akamchukua akampeleka police station, Central Police Station, Mombasa.
Now, welcome. My name is Cliffe Omondi. African leaders have been urged by President William Ruto to come together in support of UN Security Council reforms. According to the president, it is unacceptable and unjustifiable for Africa to be excluded from the UN Security Council. According to him, African leaders need to stand together to defend the common African position, unify in the fight for equitable representation at the Security Council, and raise Africa's voice in all forums, including bilateral, regional, and multilateral ones.
We must stand united in defending the common African position. To deviate from or dilute it would betray the trust of the very people that elected us. Unity is our greatest strength, and in one voice we must uphold this position with unwavering clarity. Excellencies, Africa carries a disproportionate share of the Security Council's agenda and is among the largest contributors of the UN peacekeeping. Yet we remain the only continent without permanent representation. This historic injustice must come to an end sooner rather than later. Beyond asserting our right, we must be clear about what we seek and how to achieve it. Securing Africa's rightful seats is our common demand. But we must also be prepared to shoulder the responsibilities that come with permanent membership, including how we will choose our representatives. This is a delicate and complex undertaking, but also an opportunity to show Africa's maturity, cohesion, and a vision for an effective international.
And now, away from that, hundreds of Kenyans took to the streets of Nairobi on Sunday to protest the ongoing war in the Gaza Strip, where more than 65,000 people have been killed in Israeli attacks over the past 2 years. Right groups and Muslim leaders have condemned what they say are gross human rights violations in Gaza. The issues is expected to be on the agenda of the United Nations General Meeting starting in the United States.
How is it okay in your head that children are being bombed and all you can think about is bringing the religion and the race discussion? So no, like I said, this is not a whataboutism discussion. It's free Palestine. It is not okay.
As it's common knowledge now all over the world The Palestinians are being massacred by the day. Just as late as last night, 150 people were killed last night. They are being forced to move from one place to another place. As they are moving, they are bombarded from the air. We are witnessing today, the whole world is standing in solidarity out of the position of humanity for the suffering people of Palestine.
The concern that we have today is not a religious concern. It is not even a concern for the people of Palestine alone. It is a concern for the entire planet. We say that all citizens across the world must be engaged in this cause. This is the single cause of our generation. There is no other state that we have seen demolished by another government like Palestine, like the state of Palestine. 65,000 people in the last 2 years.
Now, the planned disposal of 295 unidentified bodies has drawn criticism from the opposition leaders who say the deceased may be victims of police violence during anti-government demonstrations. Now, speaking on Sunday, John Kioni, who is the chairman of the Jubilee Party, charged that the administration of President William Ruto has not addressed victims of justice. Now, in early September, Nairobi City County declared that it was getting ready to get rid of the bodies that were being kept at the Nairobi Funeral Home, which was formerly known as the City Mortuary.
Viongozi wetu wasifikiri sisi ni wajinga ama namna gani wananchi. Hawa watu walikufa, they fell from the skies and died. Labda hawa ni watoto wetu waliuawa wakati ule wa deceased. Watu wasifikiri eti watu ni wajinga. Alafu sasa tunataka kuanza kufanya abracadabra na maisha ya binadamu. Tuache hii sarakasi. Let us be serious people. This is a serious country. Najua wakati mwingine watu wengine wananiambia we Fred huo unacheka, wakati mwingine nasema no, the business of managing the country is serious. Hakuna wakati wa kucheka.
Kusema nitakuua kisha baadaye nikulipe 200,000, hiyo ni upuzi. Upuzi na kuharibu nia za wazalendo, haki ambazo zimekabiliwa katiba iliyotupatia Mheshimiwa Kibaki. Now when my friend talks about a broad-based government, we've been invited to it and we said no. Let them deal with the massacre in Githurai kwanza. We are all Kenyans. We are not averse to sitting together and to make this country better.
Now, switching gears, the broad-based administration leaders are now pointing out flaws in the opposition's plan, saying that the united opposition has not yet matched, much less beat President William Ruto's development plan, aside from criticizing government projects. Speaking at different gatherings in Nyamira and Uasin Gishu counties, the leaders characterized the opposition as a group of aimless politicians who want to deceive the public for their own political gains.
Ni kwa nini watu ya upinzani hawana ajenda ya Wakenya? Ajenda yao kubwa sana katika taifa la Kenya ni uchochezi, mlima, mteremko, pakafu. Sisi tunawaambia inchi lazima iende mbele ikiwa na umoja ya Wakenya. Nyinyi ni wakabila ama Wakenya? Mnapenda amani ama fujo? Wale hawana agenda. Wanasema Kasongo must go. Nyinyi mnajua Kasongo ni nani? Sisi hatujui. Si mnajua William Ruto ndio president. Hii Kasongo wanasemanga ni nani? Wanasema must go. Iko kitu imeandikwa kwa kanisa must go. Yani wangesema Ruto must go forward.
You must not take our people to the wrong direction. We will not accept it. And we will fight to the last man to ensure that our people remain in government. Saa hizi tutafanya kama ni mchezo tu, lakini hapa mbele, wakati kila sehemu ya Kenya imesimama imara, sisi utapata tuko wapi, tumejitenga namna gani.
Right, we're now taking a short break right here on Younib TV News at 1. Stay tuned for more stories after the break. Welcome back. You are watching Younib TV News at 1. Now, following the unexplained death of another remandee at the Mombasa Central Police Station, the police are once again on the spotlight. A week after going missing in Nairobi, Simon Warui was discovered dead. A post-mortem revealed that he had died from neck fractures. Police are being scrutinized once more following a similar case of Albert Ojwang, which is yet to be solved. According to an autopsy, Warui's death in detention was caused by a lack of oxygen. In addition, he had a broken hand and a neck fracture.
Kana pale Kadrek akachukuliwa na soja. Soja akamchukua akampeleka police station. Central Police Station, Mombasa.
They got here around 1 a.m. on Thursday morning. But they went to police station. They requested to see him. They were not given access to see him.
DCI wakatuchukua, wakatupeleka pale Central Police, na kufika pale tukaonyeshwa ambavyo Simon hatuna ushuhuda ya kwamba hatujui, hakuna mtu anajua ama ni alijiua ama ni kuuliwa.
For what crime was he at Central Police Station? Where were the officers on duty when Simon Warui passed away?
Moses Wetangula, who is the Speaker of the National Assembly, has called on the Luhya community to support President William Ruto's 2027 re-election campaign, stating that their backing is essential to ensuring the region's president in 2032. Wetangula stated that the collective voice of the people might influence the nation's political succession. He said this while speaking at a residence forum in Kakamega County's Lurambi constituency.
Sasa tunaenda 2027. And that is a defining moment for us. 2027 is what is going to determine our 2032. Vile tutasimama pamoja na tunataka mtuachilie Oparanya Wetana au wengine, tunakuja nyumbani, tunaongea, mnatuajila kwenda kutengeneza urafiki kwingine. Tuende Rift Valley, tuweke urafiki. Tuende Nyanza, tuweke urafiki. Tuende Pwani, tuweke urafiki. Tuende Northeastern, tuweke urafiki. Ili tukifika nafasi yetu, watakumbuka ya kwamba sisi tuliweka mabega, wakapanda, nao pia waweke mabega, tupande. Let's be each other's keeper. Tutembee pamoja. Tukae pamoja. Tuheshimiwe Kenya hii. Kwa sababu vile wabunge wamewaambia na wa MCS wetu, kama sisi tuko 20% ya population ya Kenya na tumegawana mara 4 au mara 5, our strength will only be 4 or 5%. Hatutakuwa na dhamana. Lakini tukitembea pamoja, and this is not the first time watu wa region hii na jamii hii wanatembea pamoja. Masinde Muliro alileta jamii zetu zote pamoja. Watu wakakaa pamoja, wakasungumuza lugha moja. Na nimeona vijana sasa wanatusi Oparanya, wanatusi Weta, wanatusi nani. Unajua sisi tuna uzoefu ya kutosha katika siasa. Tumekuwa hapa kwa muda. Kuna mambo tumeona, na vile Chinua Achebe aliandika katika vitabu, a wise man standing on the ground will see farther than an idiot on top of a tree. And this Oparanya is a wise man. He can stand here and see very far. Wewe ukiwa juu ya muti unaona tu hapa chini. Na Mungu anakungojea. Lazima tuwe na heshima. Mimi wanaambia vijana, kama mtu amekutendea mema, hata kama umesindikana namna gani.
Now, the Teachers Service Commission has expressed concern over the transfer of 400,000 teachers and their dependents to the Social Health Authority (SHA) by December 1st, pointing to issues such as late payments. According to the Kenya Union of Post-Primary Education of Teachers (KUPPET), The government's goal of completing the transition by December 1st of this year is impractical and could compromise healthcare of teachers nationwide.
Teachers' cover is so big because the number of members alone without their dependents is over 400,000. This requires that there is adequate preparation.
We are being taken to SHA. Our big question is, what is the package in SHA?
Yes.
What is the package of dental?
Yes.
What is the package of optics?
Yes.
What is the package of outpatient?
Yes.
What is the package of inpatient?
Yes.
Overseas evacuation?
Yes.
What is the fate of teachers? Are we going to be admitted in private wings like what you used to get in Minet?
At one point, we asked the Teacher Service Commission and the SHA how they plan to mitigate these challenges. How sure are we that with the teething problem which is already evident in SHA will be surmounted by the transition? We realized that the SHA were operating with less than 1,000 facilities. And we were being told that the SHA itself was operating with over 9,000 facilities. And you know, these facilities mostly are those facilities which are at the county level. They are being run by counties, and we know how county referrals operate and how they are under serviced. They do not have sufficient infrastructure or sufficient number of specialists to address the issues of health of the teachers.
We don't expect to be told to begin with public hospitals, dispensaries, when we are seeking for treatment. We want all the private hospitals to be brought on board, so that if you can report to the hospital, you are allowed to use the private services and get better services. These are officers, for heaven's sake.
All right, we have now come to the end of our afternoon bulletin. Thank you for tuning in and making us the #1 youth television station in Eastern Central Africa. For more news updates, join our very own Alfonso Uma during the primetime broadcast. I'm Cliffe Omondi. Have a lovely afternoon.